To wrap this up, what would you say about those who are in the leadership of businesses in Tanzania, and how do you see the business environment in Tanzania? What would you advise for those who are leading, whether in public sector or private sector? What should they do to make their businesses or the institutions perform better?
Yeah, as I indicated, in the last 30 years, the world has moved. Yeah, whatever we do, it has to be globally competitive.
Globally competitive.
Yes.
I like
You're
that
competing against the best in the world.
in the world.
Yeah, in whatever you do, either production of goods or provision of services. You know, if you ignore that, it will be at your own peril.
Yes.
Because the world is increasingly being integrated.
Yes.
And it is changing very fast. And I think it was the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in 2019 at Davos who said, the speed of change has never been this fast ever. Yet it won't be this slow again.
I like that.
Yeah.
It has never been this fast, and it will never be this slow.
And it will never be this
So
slow.
it will keep getting faster.
Yeah, you haven't seen nothing. So this world is changing very fast. And this world is deeply integrating. You cannot just say this is Tanzanian way of doing things. You are competing against the, unless you want to confine yourself. Yeah. Even if you confine yourself to Tanzania,
the challenges will follow you.
Yeah.
Challenges will follow you wherever you are.
Yeah. That's why globally the big names that we knew in the past, they're no longer existing because they failed to appreciate that,
The global competition.
Yeah.
So you want to tell the current business leaders in Tanzania or in Africa to think global.
Think global.
And operate global.
And
act global.
You can act locally, but think globally.
Think globally.
Yeah.
So your standards, your the qualities have to be.
And you have to think big.
Level. Think big.
Think big.
I think all Tanzanians need to think big.
Yeah.
The way you thought big.
Yeah, and especially for an economy like Tanzania, this is where some of us are really frustrated. This is a filthy rich country in everything. You mention any resource, the mineral potential of this country is unmatched in this. The agricultural potential is unmatched in this region. We have the second largest population of livestock. We have biodiversity assets. The national parks and game reserves are world class, unmatched. We have, I think, 25% of freshwater body in Africa. Come to forestry, you come to blue economy assets, ocean and big lakes. And perhaps more strategically, we have history as a huge competitive resource, a post-independence history of absolute peace and stability, which is very rare on this continent and in the world. And then we have geography. A coastal state surrounded by 6 landlocked neighbors. So if you talk about market opportunities, and let's say if you talk about East African Common Market, the common market is Tanzania. It is, if you produce in Tanzania, you can sell directly to Kenya, directly to Uganda, directly to Rwanda, directly to Burundi, directly to DRC. And as if it's not
Malawi,
enough, we are members of SADC, Zambia, Malawi, Mozambique, Comoros. You can go all the way to South Africa as members of SADC. So we are the most strategically positioned countries in terms of resources, in terms of geography, in terms of history. So we have to run our economic policies and our business entities consistent with what the world is moving. You cannot have these are Tanzanian standards. It doesn't work that way. I keep on repeating, we are living in a world which is increasingly being integrated.
Yes.
A world that is highly competitive. Whatever you do, produce or provide service, you're competing against the best in the world.
Yes.
And here, corporate boards have special responsibility in making While the politicians have a responsibility to make this economy competitive, business entity also have a responsibility to make the business entities that they are managing equally competitive. And this is where the role of the boards of directors becomes so critical in driving businesses in the new world that is highly competitive.